And just like that, out of nowhere, I appear to be on my way to get the second vaccine. This happened very spontaneously out of nowhere. If anybody watched my first video, the video of my first dose, which was one of the biggest circuses I've been ever involved with, I think that was on the level of Ringling Brothers, I think I mentioned. This is kind of like that, but also kind of different. I was at home working, and I got a message from Lilia, and she told me that her mother had just driven past one of the vaccine centers where they were supposedly doing people in their 40s, and there was no line. A little bit of history, if you didn't see my first, and I'm in an Uber, by the way, if you didn't see my first video, I waited about, I think it was 8 or 9 hours total to get the first vaccine. It was unbelievably disorganized, thousands of people waiting, crazy. It took me 2 days to get it. So getting back to what happened today, Lilia sent me a message saying her mother drove past the vaccination center and it was empty, which is a huge difference from the thousands of people that I saw. So Lilia dropped her work right away and went to the vaccine center, and so it said that it turned out that, so I got my first dose on May 13th. Today is June 30th, I think it is, or 29th, 30th, I think. And so she said she was getting it. I said, oh, cool. And then she sent me a message sometime later and said they're also giving the second dose to people 50 and older, which, that's me. But when I registered for this vaccine at the beginning of May, they said that they would contact me, that everybody would know when the vaccines were being given, and I've been waiting now. It's been 6 weeks. I think tomorrow will be 6 weeks since I got it. And I thought, I don't know when they're gonna do it. But anyway, the point is that Lily found out today that at this place they're giving the second dose to people 50 and older of Pfizer, which is me. But I had no idea. So I mean, it's good that I can get it and I'm not gonna have to wait. And she said there's like nobody there. For my age group, she said there's like literally nobody there. She's still waiting there now. She sent me a message a couple of minutes ago. And so that's good that I can go get it and I'm not gonna have to wait 8 hours for it like the first one. But continuing with the circus monkey tradition in this country, I don't know, and the reason that's really bad if nobody's there, because 52,135 people got it on May 11th, 12th, and 13th. So presumably those 52,135 people like me are also waiting for the second dose. And if nobody's waiting, that's because nobody knows about it. So typical of the way things work here, but I should be at the place. I'm going to a different vaccination center than my first one, and I should be there in a few minutes. Alright, I'm here. This is such a huge difference from when I got the first one, where there were literally thousands of people. There are, I guess, a few hundred. Now apparently, from what I gather under this little tent here, it's people in their 40s, and I'm in my 50s for the second dose. I'm supposed to look for guys in brown vests, which I guess is this guy, and he's going to tell me where to go. From what I understand, there's almost no line. I think this is for this line that starts over here on the left and snakes around here to the right. I think it's 40 plus. I need to find 50 plus. Now the guy in the brown vest just walked away while I was blabbing. I'll get this figured out. It didn't take long to get into circus mode. I got here and I asked the guy, before I took the last section of the video, I told him I'm here for the second dose of 50 plus, because apparently you can get the first dose of 40 to 49, and this guy wants to be on the camera. First dose for people 40 to 49, and second dose of 50 to 59. And I told him I want the second dose of 50 to 59, and he told me where to go. And I went to where he told me, and the guy who was in the line said there's no more vaccine, that there's only, that there were just 50 vaccines left, so they had to count from 50 people back to get that many doses. But then somebody else told me, Lily came out and asked somebody else and said I was in the wrong line, and there was a special line for people getting their second dose of 50 as opposed to getting their first dose of 50. Isn't this confusing? and typical. But it seems that I'm in the right place now with only this many people in front of me. It seems that these two ladies behind me, yes, this guy's saying wrong place at the wrong time. Right, maybe right place at the right time. So it seems that there's only about 10 people in front of me and two people behind me. Much better in terms of the number of people, but exactly the same in terms of the disorganization as when I got the first one. Gracias. Oh, that was pretty quick. That took only... Here's my friend again.
My English-speaking friend.
That's right.
My Canadian-speaking friend.
That's right. And that took... I was only in that line for maybe 10 minutes. And now we're sitting here like school children, waiting outside to be fully vaccinated. Vaccine number 2. And then I'm going to be unstoppable. I'm going to be the most powerful man in the world, I think. Beautiful surroundings.
Just out of curiosity, what was your number 1?
I guess this is another age group there. Alright, and we're gonna sit again.
Al momento de entrar hay que quitarnos suéter, chamarra, sudadera y hay que tener las papeletas en la mano. Para la segunda dosis es de 21 a 42 días. ¿Vale? Hay que sacar otro formato mismamente así como lo sacaron hoy. Si gusta entrenarlo ya desde su casa no hay problema, pero solamente hay que dejarlo, el lote hay que dejarlo vacío. No lo tiene, el lote no lo pongan porque puede cambiar. ¿Vale? Para la segunda dosis. No. Hay que recordarlo, por favor.
He's giving instructions on what we have to do with the lot number, Pfizer, location, things like that that we need to fill out on these forms that we have. All right. Oh, I think I'm ready to go here. All right, I'll go here.
¿Comprobante de vacunación, caballero?
Sí.
¿Primera dosis?
No, segunda.
Okay. ¿Me permite el primero? ¿Cuándo se aplicó la primera
Sí.
dosis? El 13 de mayo. Nada más, no me grabe a mí directamente, por favor. ¿Vale? ¿Me permite su comprobante? Segunda dosis, primera. Otra vez. Del 10 de junio no le toca ahorita, señor, le toca hasta mañana, porque es cada 21 días.
Seems they're rejecting this woman. She's gone all through this process and now she's about to get stuck. And they're saying no. How did she make it through the screening process?
10, por eso mañana es 1, entonces es 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16,
Counting the days.
17, 18, 19, 20, hoy 30 es 20, mañana ya es el 21.
Oh, it seems like by one day. She's early by one day, it seems.
Sí, Pues no sé si quieren pasar a hablar con los de bienestar y que mañana pase directo porque o sea, yo no la puedo vacunar hoy porque no sé qué reacción pueda tener y ahora sí que sería generación de... Tiene 20 mañana.
Pero ya vendría.
Sí, ya pasaría directo para que ya no lo
Ah, rejected. Terrible. What happened there? The system failed.
Es la que me
¿Me permite su comprobante de vacunación?
She's been quickly replaced by this woman with the nice bright red, scarlet red mask.
Josué y yo los voy a vacunar.
Gracias, José.
Demuestre su segunda dosis de Pfizer. ¿Cómo le fue con la primera dosis? ¿Tuvo mucha reacción con la primera?
No.
Se espera absolutamente lo mismo. Presione ligeramente. Ahorita le tengo que comprobar.
Gracias. That's it? After all that time,
Primera dosis,
after waiting for the first one, the year and a half almost that this has been going on, one little stick in the arm and that's it. And I guess, considering wait, here's G.I. Joe behind me, just making sure everything is okay.
Jenny, Daniel.
Gracias.
Sí, puede pasar a observación de 10 a 15 minutos de favor.
Sí, gracias.
Sí.
Pardon the shaking. So now I go and sit for, they say 10 or 15 minutes. When I did this last time, I waited a couple of minutes and they told me, asked me if I felt all right. This chair is no good. And I said yes, so they said, yeah, go ahead. So that's it. This one who's got her eyes closed. She's very nervous, I think. Alright, I'll wrap this up in a minute. Alright, you're looking at 1.5 vaccinated people. Fully vaccinated, half vaccinated. What a difference, huh?
Yeah, this was
From the first
quick,
experience?
relaxed,
A couple of brief notes about this. I was less than an hour, I think, no? From the time I arrived there to the time I walked out, it was, I don't think it was more than an hour. Very, very different experience from the first time, which, as documented in a previous video and as mentioned earlier in this video, took 8 or 9 hours over 2 days. This took less than an hour. What else can I say?
no preparation.
Yeah, no, and it was,
Random.
this was all totally random. I was working, I was in my house working, and she sent me a message, said, hey, you can get the vaccine. Unbelievable, and I'd been waiting to hear word from the government, the Minister of Health, or I'm not sure who governs that, and never heard, and so there it was. So aside from a little tiny bit of bullshit when I got there, a little bit of confusion, it was actually very, very loud. We're walking on Domingo Diaz, a busy avenue here in Cuernavaca. So aside from that, unbelievably well organized. They count off. They have all the chairs spaced out, and they count off, I don't know, 10 or 12 or 15 people, whatever, and they take those and they say, okay, you sit in the front row, and then the next 10 or 12 or 15 sit in the second row, and then you move to another section, and then they explain how to fill out the form. I didn't have a pen. They came and filled out the form for some people like me, and then you move to another section, and you always go in the same order. I give it to the people too, los Mexicanos, who were very, very well. They followed instructions. Nobody tried to jump ahead of anybody. Everybody was very calm, peaceful. It was kind of friendly. Very, very well done. So less than an hour of my time. Excellent. I didn't have to show ID. I had to show ID the first time. I didn't have to show it this time. You're supposed to both times show comprobante de domicilio, which is like your proof of address, like a bill from the electric company or I don't know, something like that. Was supposed to show it both times. I didn't have to show it either time. What else? Any other differences? That was it. I feel, I mean, I only got this a couple of minutes ago. I feel okay now. They said if you, and they made an announcement to everybody, if you feel a headache or have anything, take paracetamol.
Yeah, they have
Paracetamol.
4 guys giving instructions.
Yeah, they gave instructions.
Yeah, he's screaming as loud as he can to everybody being able to hear him.
Yeah, kind of like what I'm doing now. And the only bad thing for me is they said you can't smoke for 24 hours. And I haven't smoked for 20 years, and I was going to start today, and they said I can't. So I guess I'll have to continue to be a non-smoker.
Drinking.
Did they say no alcohol? That's not a problem for me either. But we're going to go eat some chicken wings right now. You feel okay?
Yeah.
She had it about an hour before me. Her first dose, I'm second dose. She's 45, I'm 51. So she'll get her next one, who knows when. But so, terrible experience the first time, much better. If this were eBay, I would say A+++. Highly recommended. I think these mass vaccinations are the way to go. In many cases anyway, and here. I think having appointments, there's a lot of downtime, a lot of missed time. I just can't imagine appointments working well here in Mexico. So that's it. Anything you want to add?
No, I'm happy.
All right, so we're both vaccine people. One, as I said, one complete, one half, and we're off to celebrate with some chicken wings. Yes, we're vaccinated.